my crafty friends, it's Andrea from Prairie Sky Paper Crafts, your independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Manitoba. Today we are getting inky with Rays of Light, In the Moment, Daffodil Delight, Balmy Blue, Whisper White, we've got the blends, we've got the Memento, we've got the stamp block, we've got Wink of Stella, and my Take Your Pick tool. No idea if we're going to use it all, but we'll see what we get up to. So, Versamark is a watermark ink pad. It is great for heat embossing. And for this application, we are going to be doing some tone-on-tone stamping. It's fairly light. It's going to let the color of the cardstock shine through while providing a little bit of an interesting background. Now, this is a full-sized stamp, so I am just rubbing it with my hand. You can use your Stamparatus. You could use the biggest stamp block. I prefer doing it this way. So you can see that it's just a very subtle bit of color on the background. And I am going to trim it to size. I've got, I don't know, I just decided that Balmy Blue and Daffodil were going to be our go-to colors today. In the Moment, I know I've used it a ton, but I love them so much. I love these ladies. So we're going to use this girl. You can see how well used it is. Actually, whoops. I'm going to give her a bit of a, yeah. I just used it a few minutes ago and forgot to give it a wash. So I just grabbed my simple chamois there. Memento is what we always stamp with when we are using blends because it won't react with the ink. All right, I hope I've cut this sheet perfect. Okay, and we're just going to press it in, bring it up, and then set it over on my simple chamois case so I remember that I need to clean it again. Okay. And now we're just going to color. I'm using the neutrals for her skin tone. I've pulled some Balmy Blue and Daffodil Delight for our highlight color. So we're going to kind of stay in the same color family. I think we're going to do a little bit of brown for her hair. Do a few little flicks there like that. And then we'll use the darker brown. Now I am using the brush tip for this just because I want to have that little bit of highlight. And then I'm going to go over it with the 900, which is the lightest, no it's not, it's the second lightest neutral blend, just to blend in our colors of her hair. And then we're going to make her barrette blue. I loved barrettes when I was a kid. I used to wear them all the time. This is dark Balmy Blue. I think we're going to make her pants darker. Now, if you haven't heard, Celebration is happening until the end of August, and in Canada, with every $60 purchase before tax and shipping, you can pick a level 1 item. If you have $120 before tax and shipping, you can pick a level 2 item. And some of the things have already sold out. There was note cards and envelopes. Those are gone already. Celebration goodies are available only while supplies last. So if you see something and you would like to get them, I would suggest grabbing them sooner rather than later. I'm going to grab a different color for her shirt. I think we're going to do pink today, and we'll do purple for the cushions. This is, what color is this? Flirty Flamingo, dark Flirty Flamingo. I love how bright and vibrant this color is. Definitely has summertime vibes. Yeah, if you haven't received a Celebration catalog and would like one, I can absolutely pop one into the mail for you. I can also do the same thing with the July to December mini, which is filled with all kinds of Christmas goodies. And I'm going to be doing my Christmas in July class coming up this week. Registration is already passed for that one, but I have got a week-long stamp camp coming in August. So details will be released on that tomorrow in my newsletter. So if you don't subscribe, hit the link down below to register for my email so you're filled in with all of the upcoming stuff. And I've got what else have I got coming up? September is birthday month, so we've got a birthday extravaganza. We've got, what else have we got going on? I just finished planning classes for the entire rest of the year. So those will be, sorry, a little distracted by the coloring lines here. Those will be coming out in my newsletter as well. And over on my blog too, which is andreaestenson.ca. It's linked down below as well. Okay, so we've got that. All I need to do now is her mug, which is going to be blue, I think. Now, around her hands, I like to do just little dots, just to make sure that I'm not going to go too far astray. And then for this, I'm just going to fill in just little, I am going to trim this. And I'm going to go over it with the color lifter as well, because I don't want the sky to be quite so intense. It's through a window. I kind of want it to be a little bit more wispy and dreamy. And I forgot to color her other arm. Oops, always catch something when I'm coloring. There we go. Okay, back to the sky. I'm just going to do a few little wisps along here. Okay, color lifter. Now the color lifter I don't use a ton, just because I do find that it can make the colors bleed into each other a little bit. So a very light hand with this guy. And you can see it doesn't take much for it to start the magic. I'm just kind of spotlighting here and there. Don't forget down this. Okay, now I'm going to give our girl a color or a wash, because I'm going to use our stamp to kind of show where I want to have my lines. That's roughly where I want to be. Now I'm just going to grab a pencil. There we go. And just very lightly trace all the way around our stamp. Oops. And then just grab So you can see where I've made the line. I'm going to go a little bit closer though than what the stamp outline is, but not cutting right into our girl here. And of course, because this is freehand, it's not going to be perfect. But I do like the way that that needed to be a little bit more round, and I think round that a little bit as well. I don't really like the way that this looks, so I'm going to trim here as well. I don't really want any sharp curves with this, so we'll just kind of round it a little bit more. All right, I am happy with how that looks. Now we're going to get to assembling our card. So Versamark does take a little bit of time to dry. It is a longer drying ink, and the reason for that is because you can use it for heat embossing as well. So if you wanted to, you could do a clear embossing powder over top and melt it to have it have just a little bit of extra pop and shine. I'm just going to leave it as is with this one. And I forgot to grab some tape. Oh well, I don't normally do dimensionals with my layers, but you do what you gotta do to get through. Okay, so dimensional on the back of this guy. 4 corners I find is usually plenty. Okay, and then we'll do some dimensionals here. I think maybe 3, we might do 4. No, I think 3 will be good. So I'm just going to have her back right up against the corner of the card. So it kind of looks like the sun's shining down on her a little. Just trying to decide how we're going to do the sentiment on this one. You know what? I think we're just going to do simple and basic. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Now, I should have stamped this before I put the dimensionals on, but because I only did 4 corners, I can do it here. It'll press it down easily and it won't make a mess, in theory. So let's see. You're in my thoughts. Straight up, straight down. Excellent. Love it when a plan comes together. And I think we need a little bit of bling. I love these guys. I actually just got some more of the champagne rhinestones. They've got kind of a gold tint to them. Just adds a nice little bit of bling. And then grab our take your pick tool. I tend to use the small gems before I do anything else. I wish I could get a full pack of just the small ones. Then we're just going to follow the outline of the sun with these 3. And then maybe we'll do on the other side as well. Maybe not. We'll do small, medium, and then another small one. There we go. just a nice amount of bling there on our card. Now with your take your pick tool, you always want to make sure that you do cover it because the putty will dry out. The putty lasts a really, really long time, even longer if you keep it covered. All right, so I'm going to stick these back so that when our dog or cats decide that they want to jump up onto my craft desk to look out the window, they're not going to bling themselves up. There we go. And there you have it, a fairly quick and easy summery card. Ray of light in the moment, a little bit of blends, a little bit of bling. As always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit subscribe and the little bell so you're notified every single time a new video is up. As always, I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day. See you soon.